Hi guys, I had quite a few people ask me how I edit my photos through my Instagram and Twitter, and mostly on how I retouch skin. So I thought I would do a quick tutorial on how I do it. I mean, it doesn't work for everyone. This is just how I do it. But so I always shoot in RAW. I shoot on a Nikon. So the first thing in RAW on Photoshop I do is just play around with the temperature of the white balance, and also I will sort out the lighting. So I do it quite zoomed in so I can see how the highlights will look on the face. With majority of my pictures, I take all the highlights out. I don't like highlights in my photos. With this particular image, I'll take the contrast down and take away the shadows. Still, it was quite bright, so took down the exposure and brought a bit more heat into the photo. It was quite a hot day. This photo was taken back in summer, but I remember. So I play around with the colours adjustments on the HSL setting, starting with the sky and the leaves on the plants. Bring in the greens and blues a bit more out. I take out the redness of the face, so my subject doesn't look too hot. So this is just me colour grading. Again, my way isn't for everyone, but I'll just give you a little insight of, I literally just work from the eye. I remember how the colours looked on that day. I try and make all my photos look soft. So instead of having the red shorts, I just make them more of an orange to match the colour tones that are happening in the image, and also take the greens out of the leaves because it just looks softer. I just take the whites out, make it take the clarity and the dehaze down a little bit, but mostly just making sure that the whites and highlights are just completely out of my image. I really don't like them. Open the image as a smart object. The first thing that I will do is just crop the image to how I would like it. And I'll work on the face normally first. So I duplicate the layer because I always want to keep one layer that I can always get back into of my smart objects. That means I always will have my raw file. So we start with, I use the mixer brush, the layer off of smart object, and I use 30 wet, load, mix and flow, all 30, and then 10. So if you just copy the settings that I've got, and yeah, these are the ones that I've been using for months, and yeah, I mean, I guess it seems good. So I use quite a large surface brush, and you kind of just, the way that I got told was, after a while you just kind of get the hang of the tool, the brush itself, how to use it correctly. It kind of just smooths everything out. By that, it does take away the pores, etc., but we'll sort that out later. So you just go around doing it in the motion of the skin and the highlights that are still there. I just kind of work on getting rid of lines in the skin, making it just look a bit smoother. I kind of just then work on the body. I don't try and do too much. I try and keep the photo as natural as possible. I don't like too much heavy airbrushing, but I don't re-add highlights or anything. I just like smoothen out the skin a little bit. But yeah, so I do that just where I feel like it needs to be done. Every photo is different. Looking at it from afar, it looks, to me, awful. Too airbrushed. So you can see the difference, like, of how much that's been kind of smoothed out. So I just turn the opacity down to around like 50 mark. Like sometimes, depending on how the photo, it can be up to like 70. But so this photo, I'm kind of feeling 70, probably, yeah. So yeah, it looks a bit better, but it still looks heavily photoshopped. So now I just add noise, which will, that will look so bad high, so I just bring it all the way down. I kind of range from doing like 15 opacity to like the highest I do is about like 25, because otherwise you'll start to see it in the photo. But basically it just brings back the texture in the skin, to make it look as natural as possible. So that's that really. Kind of think I should bring that down a little bit. Yeah, that's better. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for me. That's the way I edit a really quickly edited a photo, I guess. I'm not really good at this type of stuff, but if you guys like the video, like and subscribe. Let me know if you want to see anything more. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed.